Hey guys, it's Sinew and welcome back to the next episode of Metal Gear Solid. In the last one, we did get quite a bit done. We made it to the second storage facility building. We fought Vulcan Raven in a tank, and we were about to go find Hal Emmerich, and we're going to get to that today. But before we get started, I wanted to show off something real quick, because it's either going to be relevant in this video or the next video, so I'm going to just do it now. Anyways, here as you see, whenever you're selecting the game on the Master Collection, which is how I'm playing it, you actually have 4 different options of how to play Metal Gear Solid. Oh, that's not entirely true. You've got the Metal Gear Solid, which are released in the US. You've got the VR missions, which is actually kind of... think of it as like old school DLC. Like, it was an entirely separate game, but it was like 300 VR missions. This game came with like 50 or 30 VR missions, I can't remember. This game just added a lot more, and it was like the developers kind of made it in their free time and released it as a game. Then there's Metal Gear Solid Special Missions, which is essentially the same thing but sold in Europe. And then there's Integral, which is the Japanese version of Metal Gear Solid, and it also has a few little differences. I can't remember if it was... yeah, it was released afterwards in 99, and this one was 98. Okay. Anyways, that's not what I wanted to show off. I'm sorry for wasting your time. What I wanted to show off is this, the edit saved data. There's also the online manual, which I didn't show off last time, but this has the box cover of the game. So remember how I was talking about the Merrill codec? You can see it right there, because that's exactly what the back of the case looked like. So that's another way on this game, at least, where you could check that out. I don't think I talked about it the other day. But then here, edit saved data. If you grew up with a PlayStation, you're already familiar with this system. If you didn't, kind of like me, let me kind of tell you a bit about it, which is basically, to save your memory, you had 2 different data cards, or you could put up to 2 data cards in your PlayStation, and I think the same thing for a PlayStation 2. That was kind of like your memory units. I think the GameCube had something similar, but I also never owned a GameCube. Anyways, why that's relevant is obviously right here it's got my save states. So here's one from the Armory, which was in the basement of the first building. Wow, that was when we were only an hour and 50 minutes into this game. Remember that? This is our current save file. 4 hours and 10 minutes in the Nuke Building, Basement 2. So it has your save game, but you also, if you were playing this on the original PlayStation, you might have played other games, like, just for an example, you might have played Castlevania Symphony of the Night, personal favorite of mine, or maybe Silent Hill. And if those games were installed on your hard drive or on your save data, this game would actually recognize that in a very special way. I'm not going to talk about it yet because we'll get to it, but more than likely most of you know, because it's related to one of, probably I'd argue, the single most iconic and memorable moment in this game. But anyways, I just wanted to show that off. In the Master Collection, you actually can choose to add games. So add virtual save data, Symphony of the Night, Contra, Kensei Sacred Fist, Project Overkill, Silent Hill. Any of these games, any of these save datas, Metal Gear Solid could pick up. And something cool with the Master Edition, so that you still experience that aspect of the game, is you can choose what to load on. So I've actually never played Contra, but I'll add Contra on there too, just for the heck of it. Anyways, on to the video. Alright guys, we are back with actual Metal Gear Solid proper. Yeah, we got enough rations. We took out the electrical flooring. Realized I need the car key to get through here. And we're about to be heading into the next major event in this game. There's some more stuff oh, real quick, you can also go into some of these rooms. I don't know if any of them have anything useful. Is that a ration? Okay, then I'm gonna eat a ration, go back to this, pick up the ration, because I needed some more health. What's this one? Level 4, we can't go in there yet. And I'm just gonna look at this one. 3, we can go in here, but there's a gun camera. I don't know if whatever that is worth it, but a gas... No, never mind. That is absolutely worth it. So how about we switch over to that? It's not really helping our our oxygen level is still depleting. Maybe we need to leave first. That would actually make a lot of sense. Boy, it's crazy what you'll come up with whenever you're, I don't know, actually thinking. The gas mask looks kind of cool on him. I wonder if we can go in there. That camera didn't seem to pick us up, so maybe it can't reach us. I don't know. It's also possible maybe the gas mask only slows down the process of losing oxygen. Yeah, because we're still losing oxygen. We're just not dying as much. So, like, if I stay... Okay, so... Well, okay, I can't tell, because that picked it up and alerted us, but... Well, the other ones? Okay, so that one will shoot at us. Are any of these? That's 3. We can go in there. Just see if there's anything. C4s, grenades. Nothing we really need. I'm gonna see if there's anything else in here. I'll cut back to it if it's anything important. Okay, the only notable thing is I found another ration and refilled my health, but then I immediately lost it because the gun turrets do lock onto you and shoot you. Like that one there. I'm also noticing on Hal's laboratory. I see what you did, game. But on Hal's lab, there's it says keep out, and it has Hal's lab written on it. Doesn't look very inviting, but hey, that's where we're gonna go. Let's see if we can hurry in before the camera catches us. I guess not. Okay, that sounded like there's some commotion on the other side of the door. Let's go check that out.
It looks like they were cut by some type of blade.
Your powers of deduction never cease to amaze me, David. I can also hear some warbling, which is not good, but yeah, all these scientists are dead. They might not even, I don't think these are even scientists. These are guards. They're wearing the hazmat suits from upstairs.
It's a ghost.
Yeah, pretty brutal stuff. I mean, again, it's PlayStation 1 graphics. This is nothing compared to what's constantly thrown in front of us nowadays, but it's still pretty. And now we know the culprit. It was our good friend, the ninja. That looks like someone might still be alive on our map there. Can we... I guess not. No, he's still breathing. Look at him. Or at least his model is twitching. I don't know if that indicates breath or not. Oh yeah, no, he's definitely alive. I also can't tell if that little blue line is just a graphical glitch, the headband for the gas mask, or if that's maybe supposed to be like a tear or something. Probably not a tear, but it looks like that, which, you know, adds to the horrific element of this scene there. Also, I just learned this about this game like literally yesterday or something, but there's actually, even if you played this game, you may not know this, or you might, I don't know. But apparently when you kneel down next to some of these, you're supposed to actually get a little different camera angle. At least that's what the YouTube short led me to. Yeah, there we go. Oh gosh. Maybe let's not stand right by that one. But what about this guy? Ooh, he's also kind of torn up. But yeah, you kind of get these little more cinematic close-up shots if you come by and like kneel next to the characters and you see their dead bodies. You also see Snake's face, which, fun fact, his face model was modeled after Christopher Walken. I was reminded of that due to that Christopher Walken Super Bowl commercial recently. It was based on Walken in one of his early like war movies whenever he was a younger guy. If you think that's weird, wait till I tell you that Link from Ocarina of Time was based off of Leonardo DiCaprio. I'm not kidding, look that up. Okay, that's just straight up a Family Guy death pose. I don't feel bad for him. Okay, we've stared at the dead bodies long enough. That was a level 4 door. I'm surprised it opened. Oh well, we're gonna go inside.
Stealth camouflage? Who are you?
Where is my friend?
What? What are you talking about? Oh, what next?
Snake.
You're that ninja.
I've been waiting for you, Snake.
Who are you?
Neither enemy nor friend. I am back from a world where such words are meaningless. I've removed all obstacles. Now you and I will battle to the death.
What do you want?
I've waited a long time for this day. Now I want to enjoy the moment.
What's with these guys? It's like one of my Japanese animes.
I've come from another world to do battle with you.
What is it, revenge?
It is nothing so trivial as revenge. A fight to the death with you. Only in that can my soul find respite. I will kill you, or you will kill me. It makes no difference. Fine. He can watch from inside there.
I need that man. Keep your hands off him.
Now, make me feel it. Make me feel alive again.
So now we are here to... Oh, frick, I forgot about that. We are here to do battle with the Cyborg Ninja, which, by the way, as you see there, he just cut all our bullets when we shot at him.
Can't defeat me with a weapon like that.
Yeah, it is a silenced pistol. I'll try my FAMAS. How about that? Okay, that doesn't work either. Okay, hold on. I feel like this could be potentially very funny if I pull this off. Okay, the meme was funny, but I've lost a bunch of my health in trying to get that. I'm gonna let him kill me, and we're gonna come back to this fight in just a minute. But as you see, yeah, I'm trying to let them know. Yeah, you can't defeat him with a weapon like this. He will kill you if you use a gun. You might be wondering, how do you beat him? Oh my gosh, was that supposed to be Naomi? I don't know. That voice actress put a lot of emotion into that. Oh man, I bet that probably was Jennifer Hale. Anyways, I'll show you how you're supposed to beat him. Go ahead and do the thing, future me.
Feel alive again.
So I'll just go ahead and tell you, weapons are pointless. You have to fight him with your bare hands, and that's what he wants.
Good. Now we can fight as warriors. Hand to hand. It is the basis of all combat. Only a fool trusts his life to a weapon.
Yeah, this fool would feel a lot better if he had like a bullpup rifle or something I could rely on instead. Anyways, yeah, I feel pretty good about this. This can be a difficult boss fight if you're not careful. Just kind of chase him around, try to hit him before he does that. He does a lot of jumping. Eventually he's going to, well, you'll see. Anyways, the 3-hit combo is the best way to get him, but sometimes he will jump right to you. It might be smart, I'll hit him and then run away. It might be best. He also does that little stomp attack there like he's Bowser from Mario Galaxy, but doesn't matter to us. Doesn't matter to us in the slightest. Now, there is actually one weapon you can use that can help you defeat him, and that is the chaff grenade. I think you can only do this once. Probably should. I'll go ahead and use it now. But if you were to throw this, it should. It interferes with his systems because, you know, he's a cyborg ninja, and the chaff grenade, you know, messes with electronics. I wonder if we could have shot him there. Probably not, because it doesn't have the first-person aiming like the other games have. But again, I think you can only use that once against him. But he seems to be taking some decent damage. Let's try it just to make sure. Oh, wow. You can use that more than once. Maybe you just can't use it in the second half of the fight. I'll try it one more time. This absolutely spitting in the face of what he wanted from this fight. Ah, yes, Snake. A noble fight in hand-to-hand combat like noble warriors. But the chaff grenade can just ruin that. Well, they give you chaff grenades, so I guess that was... I mean, obviously it's an intended feature, but... yeah, it kind of takes away from the moment. And we don't need no chaff grenade.
That's good, Snake. Hurry up and catch me.
But we might want some thermals. So what you could do here now, I mean, you can see him when he's invisible because of the lighting and stuff. But you could also use the thermal goggles to kind of get a better feel for it. Find him and miss the attacks. Where'd he go?
I'm here, Snake.
Yes, I know you're here somewhere. Come on. There we go. Again, you can't really, it's either you don't see him at all or you look at him through a virtual boy. That's your only two options. Ow. Okay. Oh, frick. I'm going to switch back to this because...
Hurry up and catch me.
yeah, I'm about to die. Also, I should probably go ahead and pick up this other ration, just for the heck of it. Oh, I missed him. Oof. Sometimes he'll just spawn right behind you. Okay, he didn't spawn behind me, but I still caught him, so I guess I could wait. I think I saw him off to my left there. Yeah!
Like old times. I've been waiting for this pain.
Bro is a masochist. Okay, what? Oh, I remember this part. Yeah, that's... okay, this is the part where he'll Maiwamu Shinderu's behind you. So yeah, he'll just teleport behind you if you walk up to it. Dude, calm down. I'm not... I ain't into that stuff. So yeah, wait for him to punch you. Well, wait for him to teleport right in front of you. Throw a punch, then come back. Finish him off. Wow, he's got a huge health bar now that I look at it.
Do you remember, Snake? The field of battle. The clashing of bone and sinew.
I kind of want to keep making fun of his dialogue, but some of it, like the bone and sinew thing, is like kind of is a hard line, I ain't gonna lie.
Good Snake.
I can't remember if you're supposed to do something in particular. Just let him... No! No! Yes, I did just have to replay that whole boss battle. Because I can't remember what you're supposed to do at this point. Because I don't think it's shooting him.
I felt that, Snake. Do you remember me now?
Can't be. You were killed in Zanzibar. What? Not again. What's happening?
I'm losing myself.
Is it over?
Gray Fox. Colonel, that ninja is Gray Fox. No doubt about it.
Ridiculous. You of all people should know he died in Zanzibar.
No. He should have died, but he didn't.
What?
It happened before I joined Foxhound's medical staff. They were using a soldier for their gene therapy experiments.
I never heard that.
It happened right after you retired. My predecessor, Dr. Clark, was in charge.
Dr. Clark.
Yes, he started the gene therapy project.
And where is he now?
He was killed in an explosion in his lab 2 years ago.
So what about this soldier?
Apparently, for their test subject, they decided to use the body of a soldier who was recovered after the fall of Zanzibar.
And that was Gray Fox.
But he was already dead.
Yes, but they revived him. They fitted him with a prototype exoskeleton and kept him drugged for 4 years while they experimented on him like a plaything. Today's genome soldiers were born from those experiments.
That's the sickest thing I ever heard.
They used him to test all sorts of gene therapy techniques.
Naomi, why didn't you tell us about this sooner?
Because it's confidential information.
Is that the only reason?
Naomi, what happened to Gray Fox after that?
The record says he died in the explosion.
I see. But even if that ninja is Gray Fox, the question is, why?
From what I could tell, he didn't know who he was.
Are you saying that he's just a mindless robot?
I'm not sure, but he seems intent on fighting me to the death. We'll meet again. I know it.
So you'll fight again? Until you kill him?
I'd rather not. But maybe that's what he wants.
How long are you gonna stay in there?
Are you one of them?
No, I'm not. I always work alone.
Alone? Are you an otaku too?
Come on, get out. We can't stay here forever.
Your uniform is different than theirs.
You're the Metal Gear Chief Engineer, Hal Emmerich, right?
You know me?
I heard about you from Meryl.
Oh, so you're here to rescue me?
Sorry, but no. There's something that I've got to do first.
Oh, well, at least you're not one of them.
Huh. Are you hurt?
I'm okay. I just twisted my ankle a little bit trying to get away.
Well, if that's all, it's nothing to worry about. I want to ask you something. I need information about Metal Gear.
Huh? Metal Gear?
Yeah. What's Metal Gear really designed for?
It's a mobile TMD. It's designed to shoot down nuclear missiles. Only for defensive purposes, of course.
Liar! I already know that Metal Gear is nothing but a nuclear-equipped walking deathmobile.
Nuclear? What are you talking about?
The terrorists are planning to use Metal Gear to launch a nuclear missile. You telling me you didn't know?
They're gonna put a dismantled warhead into Metal Gear's TMD missile module?
Wrong. From the beginning, the purpose of this exercise was to test Metal Gear's nuclear launch capability using a dummy nuclear warhead. The terrorists are just continuing the work you started.
No, you're wrong.
I heard it directly from your boss, Baker.
No. A nuclear missile on Rex?
So you really didn't know?
No. All the armament was built by a separate department, and the president personally supervised the final assembly of the main unit.
President Baker?
Yeah. I was never told exactly what they armed Rex with. I only know it's equipped with a Vulcan cannon, a laser, and a railgun.
A railgun, you said?
Yeah. It uses magnets to fire bullets at extremely high velocities. The technology was originally developed for the SDI system and later scrapped. We were successful in miniaturizing it in a joint venture between Arms Tech and Rivermore National Labs. The railgun is on Rex's right arm.
Metal Gear's main function is to launch nuclear missiles. You sure you're not forgetting something?
It's true that Metal Gear has a missile module on his back that can carry up to 8 missiles, but are you saying it was originally meant to carry nuclear missiles?
Yeah, but that's not all I think. If Metal Gear fired only standard nuclear missiles, then they should already have all the practical data they need.
No. Could it be? Metal Gear's co-developer, Rivermore National Labs, was working on a new type of nuclear weapon. They were using Nova and NIF laser nuclear fusion testing equipment and supercomputers.
So they developed a new type of nuclear weapon in a VR testing lab, huh?
Yes, but you can't use virtual data on a battlefield. They would need actual launch data. These are some of the supercomputers. If you link these, you can test everything in a virtual environment. But it's all just theoretical.
So this exercise was designed to test the real thing.
What did our president do? If the terrorists launched that thing... Damn! Damn! I'm such a fool. It's all my fault. The truth is, my grandfather was part of the Manhattan Project. He suffered with the guilt for the rest of his life. And my father, he was born on August 6th, 1945.
The day of the Hiroshima bomb. God's got a sense of humor, all right.
3 generations of Emmerich men. We must have the curse of nuclear weapons written into our DNA. I used to think that I could use science to help mankind, but the one that wound up getting used was me. Using science to help mankind, it's just in the movies.
That's enough crying. Pull yourself together. Where is Metal Gear? Where on this base are they keeping it?
Rex is in the underground maintenance base,
Where's that?
north of the communications tower, but it's a long way there.
The emergency override system for the detonation code is there too?
Yeah, in the maintenance base control room. You'd better hurry. If they were planning a launch from the start, then their ballistic program is probably finished. And since they haven't called for me in a few hours, they must not need me. In other words, they must be ready to launch.
Meryl's got the detonation code override keys. We'll link up with her.
If we can't override the launch, we'll have to destroy Rex. I'll show you the way.
On that leg of yours, you'll just slow me down.
You'll need me if you're gonna destroy Rex.
I don't need you. I just need your brain.
I created Rex. It's my right, my duty to destroy him.
If you get a chance, try to escape. When the coast is clear, I'll contact you by codec.
How am I supposed to escape from an island?
Okay.
So what then?
I want you to hide somewhere and keep me informed. You know this place well, don't you?
Of course I do. And don't worry, I've got this. It's the same stealth technology as the Ninja. Foxhound was gonna use them, but with this I'll be fine. Bad leg and all.
Good. But I want Meryl to watch after you too.
Meryl, the engineer's okay.
That's a relief.
I want you to look after him. Where are you now?
Very close.
There she is! Over there!
Oh no! Damn, they've spotted me.
Meryl, what happened?
Something's wrong.
Did you hear something? Wasn't that some kind of music?
What did she look like?
She was wearing the same green uniform as the terrorists.
A disguise?
She had such a cute way of walking. She kind of wiggles her behind.
You were really looking.
Well, she's got a very cute behind.
Way of walking, huh?
If she's disguised as the enemy, you'll have to contact her when she's alone, huh? There's only one place where we can be sure she's by herself.
Where's that?
Don't be so dense. Here, use this security card. It's security level 4.
You're not in pain, are you?
Huh?
You feel okay? Nothing bothering you?
What's wrong? Getting all friendly all of a sudden.
No, nothing. I'm glad you're okay.
You're strange.
I'm a little nervous. Everyone else I've saved suddenly dies.
You're bad luck.
Forget it, Doctor.
Call me Otacon.
Otacon?
It stands for Otaku Convention. An otaku's a guy like me who likes Japanimation. Japan was the first country to successfully make bipedal robots. They're still the best in the field of robotics.
And Japanese cartoons played some part in that?
They did. I didn't get into science to make nuclear weapons, you know.
That's what all scientists say.
I became a scientist because I wanted to make robots like the ones in the Japanese animes. Really, it's true.
Just sounds like a childish excuse to me.
You're right. We have to take responsibility. Science has always thrived on war. Greatest weapons of mass destruction were created by scientists who wanted to be famous. But that's all over now. I won't take part in murder anymore.
Whatever. All I want from you is information.
Sure. I know everything about this whole base. Ask me anything about Rex or about this place. Also, with this stealth camouflage, I can sneak in and out of the armory and mess hall. If you need ammo or rations, just tell me and I'll bring them to you. I'm on frequency 141.12. See you later.
Wow. A lot to unpack there. Dang, that first time I played this game, I never felt this. I actually kind of felt bad for Otacon, a little bit when he was giving his backstory. I don't know why this particular time I'm hearing it. I was kind of like, oh man, that actually kind of sucks. So yeah, the cyborg ninja we fought, that was Gray Fox, who, if you watched my original Metal Gear playthrough, you'll know that's the guy you save in the first game. However, also, I don't think I've talked about it in these videos yet. I'll do it now. But I did make a little kind of prologue video to this series. I don't usually do anything like that. But with Metal Gear, and particularly this Metal Gear, where most people are not familiar with the lore of the previous games. There are only 2, but they're never really officially released out. Well, the original Metal Gear was released in America, and Metal Gear Solid 2 Solid Snake, Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake was never released in America, at least the way Kojima had made it. Instead, the US and I think Europe and other places got what's called Metal Gear Snake's Revenge, which, from all I've heard, is awful. I actually need to try it out. They included it on the Metal Gear Master Collection, which I think is hilarious. But so much of that game, that's really where the story density of Metal Gear Solid came from. And so much of that is referenced here, because in that game, Gray Fox joins Big Boss, who was the villain of that game and the first game. And he was like Snake's commanding officer and also a good friend of his. Probably the closest thing Snake has ever had to a friend until Otacon, who we just met. I talk more about kind of Gray Fox's role in that game in that prologue video, so I'll probably include a link to it in the description if you haven't seen it, and I'll put it in the end card more than likely, assuming I remember to actually make an end card on this video this time. But yeah, that kind of gives a little more context to who that was we fought and why that's such a big deal. Also, Otacon, well, tied into Otacon, some of the stuff around this room is actually Easter eggs to other Kojima games, like this right here, Police Knots. That was the game that Kojima made before making Metal Gear. He also made one called Body Snatcher, but Police Knots was kind of like not a visual novel. That's not the right. It was kind of like a kind of cyberpunk noir detective, kind of very Blade Runner-esque game on the PlayStation. It's actually a lot of fun. I haven't finished it, but I've played some of it. It was it was kind of his first big game before making Metal Gear Solid. There's more posts, like that's some of the robots from Police Knots. I'm also, now that I saw that, when Otacon was talking about the Japanese anime shows he watched, I think a lot of that footage was taken from Police Knots. I never noticed that before, because a lot of those robots had police on them, and that would make sense. That's cool. I never put together that was supposed to be Police Knots. It might not be. I need to double check that. But I also never put together the reason that the Police Knots posters are in this room is because it's Hal's lab, and he's such an otaku, as he said. That was the word we used. That was the slur before weebs, for anyone who didn't know. Also, I talked about this in one other video before, and I'm sure I'll mention it again at some point. But that guy we just met, who the first thing we saw him do was pee his pants and go hide in the locker, who was in a life or death situation and referenced anime, and who decided his code name would be Otaku Convention, canonically gets with more women than I think anyone else in this series. Definitely Snake. Some of those women are debatable at best, but he has this series gives him the most romantic connections with other characters, whether or not it turns into anything or not. For some reason, Hal is the guy to go to. If you're an attractive woman in this series, you just lean towards him. Remember, guys, the nerdy dude gets the girl in the end. Anyways, I'm trying to see if there's any other Easter eggs. Yeah, I think that's a PlayStation. There's a PlayStation here. I think in the GameCube re-release, which I think I mentioned it briefly in the Revolver Ocelot video, there was a re-release of this game called Metal Gear Solid: The Twin Snakes, which is the same game but with better graphics on the GameCube. A lot of people do not like that remake for a number of different reasons. One, it brought over mechanics from later in the series that do not mesh well with this original game. As in, some sequences become infinitely easier. And also, one of the core messages of this game is fundamentally broken due to an option you have in those games that you don't have here. But in that version of the game, I think that's either, if that's a GameCube there, or this might be where they replace it with a little Mario and Yoshi plushie, which is not here in this version. I can't remember if that's where they are. It's somewhere in this room, though. I might have been like up on one of these. Also, you know what? I know we didn't get a lot done today. We kind of only fought Gray Fox, and that was it. And then we know we got all that information from the cutscenes, but as far as gameplay goes, we only fought Gray Fox, and I had to fight him a second time there. But my recording's already pushing an hour, which is kind of the limit I've set for these videos. And I'm sure it's going to come out to way shorter than that, probably shorter than the other series, while still being super long. Or shorter than the other videos in this series. But yeah, I think I'm gonna call it quits there today. Oh, real quick, before I go, speaking of Nintendo stuff, I actually got a Nintendo Switch the other day, which is really cool, and I've really enjoyed it. But that means I can now have a whole new access of games I could potentially make videos about. I'm sure probably by now I put a poll up as for like some Nintendo games you might want to see me cover. I'm going to tell you right now, this is going to be a long ways off before I cover any of those games, because I got to finish this, Bounty Hunter, Star Wars Battlefront, and also right now at this particular moment, I'll probably talk more about this in the Bounty Hunter video later this week, but I might have to kind of lighten up on the amount of videos I'm making right now. I've been pretty good about having 2 videos come out every week, but due to some stuff happening in my life, just being busy, nothing serious, I might have to switch to like 1 video a week for like a month or something. I'll talk more about it later. But anyways, for that, we're done here in Metal Gear, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.